Here is the testbench module for the DUT. Even though there is no clock and reset signals in the design, they are generated in the testbench in order to track the signal transitions easily in the waveform. This is the code to add signals to database. Here the clock and reset signals are generated. In the internal variable declaration part, variables named bin and bout are defined as structure type bus packet T. Also, bout is an array of width 5. Next is the design module instantiation. The module my_dut is instantiated with name my_dut1 with ports bus in connected to bin and busout connected to bout. In the functional code, a temporary variable is declared with its width as parameter bus_width. Here we will drive 10 random values to the input bus bin and see if they are routed into appropriate output buses based on the Addr in bin. The $u_random function is a built-in function in Systemverilog that returns a random number between 0 and the maximum value allowed in its LHS variable. This random number is assigned to bin as shown here. Note that you cannot directly assign a logic type variable to a struct type variable. You need to cast its to struct type, and it is done by writing s structure name, the symbol single quotation mark, and the variable in brackets. After this, bin gets a random value, and thus the address within bin will also be random. Based on the address, it should be seen in any of the 5 output buses in the bout variable. Note that this operation is added into a repeat statement, and its time control event is a pause edge of the clock. After the repeat statement, simulation is ended using $finish function. Now let's run the simulation of the code and see the results. Simulation, you can see that the bin is getting changed on every clock after the reset. You can add signals using this button into waveform. Here you were only able to see bin and the output variable bout is not visible here. It is because bout is a structure type array variable and Addr playground doesn't allow you to see these type of variable in waveform. But you need to check the output to see if the packet has been routed correctly into appropriate output. To track the output signals in the waveform, we will slightly modify the testbench code. Instead of using an array of structure type variable, 5 individual structures type variables are defined with names b0 to b4, and in the DUT instantiation, they are passed as a single argument to busout, using the Systemverilog concatenation operator braces. Now if you run simulation, you will be able to add signals b0 to b4 into the waveform and see their values. After adding all signals, if you want to track which structure variable it belongs to, just click on the variable, and its hierarchy will be shown here. After the changes, you can see that not all output buses are toggled in the simulation. The reason is, your input bin is an absolute random value, and if you check the Addr inside it, it will not intercept with interesting cases in just 10 iterations. To make the stimulus more relevant, you may modify the Addr field in the structure after assigning the random value to bin. Here it is modified again to a random value within these ranges, and thus you should be able to see the input packet directed to output buses B1, B2, and B3, according to the design specification. You can see that input packet bin is routed to buses B1, B2, and B3 in the waveform. Similar to this, you can restrict the random value of Addr into more relevant values. Here the input is assigned with random values. Instead of that, you can even assign specific focused values to different fields in the bin struct, and easily trace them in out buses. Here is the end of this session.